We're going to be doing a very gentle style of Hatha Yoga class. So if you find it difficult to sit cross-legged, just stretch your legs out a little bit, or bring them up halfway, or just take an easy cross-sit. Let's start the class with centering and going within ourselves, so hands open to the universe. Then bring your hands together, bringing the universe to you. Within yourself, close your eyes. Take a moment to pause and reflect on what you require or the way you're going to go about doing it. Greetings, Namaste. Having centered ourselves, let's take a few gentle breathings. So thumb over first finger, again close the eyes and just settle the breath. Settle the weight down to what you're sitting on and then lift the spine up. And just breathe in and out through the nose a few times. Good. Having settled, let's start by stretching. Roll out the wrists and do a few gentle wrist circles, bringing them in and out. Now turn the opposite way, bringing them in and out. Let's do that to the sides, so hands to the sides. Take a few wrist circles to the sides and then curl them in. And let's do that once more. Circle your wrists out, stretch the arms and reverse. Let's do that upwards, circling the arms until you gently stretch, wake up the spine, and then reverse. Once more. Good. Roll the shoulders slowly backwards a few times, so gently going round and round, loosening up the shoulders, chest, and upper back. One more. Good. We're going to lie down upon the floor now, so slowly stretch out your legs, give a bit of a rub, and then turn yourself onto your mats. Bend up your legs, using your hands to help you go down onto your back. Settle yourself on the floor. You can have your legs in the bent leg position, they don't have to be stretched out. Once again, settle the breath, allowing the spine to lengthen. Feel the spine move into some easy natural curves. So maybe your your bottoms are touching the floor, maybe your upper back. We're going to start by stretching the right side of the body, so extend your right leg forward and point the toes and heels a few times. You're just lengthening from your waist. Keep the right leg there, then extend the right arm backwards, and again lengthen from your waist and feel a few stretches or just relax into a relaxed, stretchy feeling. Good. Bring the right arm down, switch legs. And do the left leg, similarly stretching out, just lengthening really. And keep the left leg where it is, and this time the left arm goes back. You stretch, opening up the side waist, so your rib cage is moving up away from your hips. And then finish there, left arm down, left leg in the bent leg position. We're going to do some breathing exercise to open up our upper body using our arms. So breathing in, very big, stretch the arms back where you can. Do not push or arch the back. Breathing out quite softly, return the arms down next to your hips. Do that a few times, feeling length through your spine, especially as you inhale. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to add in bringing a knee to the chest every time we exhale now. And you might feel a bit of firmness through your pelvic center, gently drawing back. Let's try that. Inhale, arms stretch back. Exhale, hug your right knee to your chest. And if the knee is a bit sensitive, hold your shin or the back of the thigh. Let's warm up the other side. So inhale, half body stretch. Exhale, hug your left side knee or shin to your chest. Let's do that a few more times. If you want to work stronger, you can start by stretching out your legs and working from there. Your choice. Let's do one more to each side. This is really nice to stretch out your lower back as well. So this is called Pavanamukta, wind relieving or hip releasing. When you finish, do take a full body stretch if your back allows it, stretching your legs, arms, etc., lengthening the spine. And then when you finish, return to the starting position, feet flat on the floor, arms down by the sides. Next we're going to do a 4-part exercise, 2 parts called hip cradle stretch and 2 parts called the lying down pigeon. So start with your legs in this bent leg position and see if you can bring your right ankle sideways on top of your left knee or thigh. If that's difficult, you might have to just put the foot on the floor. Check that your hips are level, that your right hip is open, you're comfortable, you're able to breathe, the weight is even on both sides. So this is the first part. The second part, take your hands, and you're going to take them, if you can, around your left thigh. So you bring your left foot off the floor and slide your hands behind the left thigh. Maybe the lower leg, the left lower leg, can either be parallel to the floor or stretched out a little bit more. Up to you. So having held this now for a little while, we're ready to do parts 3 and 4. Return the left foot down to the floor and take your hands, holding the right knee and foot, and then slowly see how close you can bring the right leg towards you without straining through the knee or anything like that. If this is alright, part 4, you extend your left leg slowly down on the floor, stretching it out in the easy pigeon stretch. Now to finish, slowly stretch your right leg up to the ceiling, tracking your knees straight. Tighten your thighs slightly, maybe flex the foot a few times. And then hug both knees to your chest, either rocking forward and back, or sideways, or doing little circles of the hips. If you're circling, go both ways. Have your hands on the floor if you like, or around the knee. Pause. Let's just collect ourselves, wiggle out our bottoms, or just tune into our bodies and breath before we do all 4 movements on the other side. Let's start. Left leg. The foot is just turned, hip cradle stretch. When everything feels comfortable, next level, clasping behind the right thigh. The right leg is sort of either parallel to the floor or stretched out. Next is the pigeon. So first, just see if you can bring the left leg close to your body, being very, very careful or being aware of your left knee. It's not twisting. And then the fourth movement is straightening the right leg on the floor. When you're ready, let's slowly stretch the left leg up to the ceiling. Slightly tighten the thigh or stretch the foot out. Just try and get the knees straight and in natural shape again. And then again, hug your knees to your chest. Do a little sideways rocking, or rocking forward and back, or circling slowly. And back the opposite way. We've got 2 more movements to go on the floor, and they're both twists. So for the first one, just relax and pop your feet down on the floor, close to your bottoms and fairly close together. The arms should be out of the way of your hips and knees, so they can either go to the side a little bit, a lot. And if you're okay with your shoulders, you can clasp your hands underneath your head like a pillow. Okay, start by inhaling and doing nothing much. As you exhale, gently draw yourself inwards in your pelvic center. So you can slowly roll both knees and feet, hips over to your right side and turn your head to look to your left. Let's do that to the other side. So we're just going to do it a few times. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, draw yourself inwards gently as you go into a strong side twist. Feet probably one above the other. Shoulders relaxed on the floor. Neck twisting and turning. Now your choice. You can keep doing that slowly from side to side over and over again. Or you can just hold the position for a few breaths to one side and then a few breaths to the other side. Let's do it once more to each side. This is so delicious to stretch out your lower back. You feel like the rib cage opening and you can breathe beautifully. So lower body spinal twist is now going to change to an upper body spinal twist. So I'm going to turn onto my right side, just taking my feet slightly back. So I turn my legs over to the right. Then I bring my left hand on top of my right hand, rearranging myself so that I'm on the mat and I'm comfortable on my side. If you need to put a little pillow underneath your head or something, please do. The left hand floats up and you twist back and stretch back, opening up the side ribs. Stay here for a couple of breaths or keep repeating it over and over again. I'm just going to do it once more because it feels so nice to open up. I'm going to turn over to the other side and do it. So to do that, shuffle yourself onto your back, rearrange your hips and body, and then turn to the opposite side. So you're lying on your side, and then you start turning the upper body. It's nice if you can get the shoulder and arm on the floor, but if you're a bit stiff, it probably won't be on the floor. Just keep persevering. One day, today may be the day. You can do as many of these as you like, or as many breaths as you like. So we're going to come up to sitting. So use your hands to help you push away from the floor, and slowly lengthen your legs a little bit and make your way up. Let the blood come to the face. And then when you feel comfortable, we'll do the next section. So we're going to start this section just by stretching out our feet and strengthening our feet and legs again. So hands either to the side, facing forward, sideways or backwards, whichever one helps you sit up straight and be supported. My arms are a bit long, so I need to turn them back. Walk your feet a little bit apart and give them a shake. Activate slightly and gently through your pelvic floor just to get you, and tummy, just to get you sitting straight. And then paddle out your feet one at a time. So you're just getting easy stretch. Legs, calves, everything. Then if it feels comfortable, try both feet together. So both feet are going forward and back. A couple more times. And then keep the heels forward and the toes up without lifting the heels into the air. And then spread out your toes back towards you. Soften the toes and then curl them forward and feel like you're pulling up pieces of paper. Relax immediately, and let's do that a couple of times. So stretch and spread, curl and pull, and once more. Stretch and spread, curl and pull. So nice and strengthening for the feet as well. Wiggle out your toes vigorously. We're going to come onto our knees. So fold your legs underneath you. If you need some padding, if you've got really soft knees, you might need to fold your mat as extra padding underneath your knees or use a towel. I'm going to do forward, so like a back bend to a forward bend. So knees a bit apart, hands to your bottoms. Open your chest and lift tall. Then take both hands forward, palms facing the ceiling, and just float them up to either side. Then feel if you can lengthen your spine, glance up. All this is inhale. Exhale, stretch the arms back like you're flying. Jackknife your hips back and lean forward. If you've got good stretch in your hips, you can touch your feet or the floor and then see if your forehead can touch the floor as well. We're going to do that again twice more. So slide your hands forward, use your bottoms to lift you up. Then stretch up through the front body. Inhaling up, exhaling into the full child, Pindasana, Balasana. So once more, Ushtrasana, the baby camel. So it's like a back bend. And exhale into the full child. This full child is a nice rest position too if you get a bit tired, and you can stretch your arms forward or bring them under your face. I'm just going to turn sideways to show you the next move, which is called the cat. Once again on your hands and knees. You take half the weight on your hands and half the weight on your knees, like a little table. If you've got wrist issues, bring your hands slightly forward and pad your fingertips down to the floor and twist your upper arms inwards. The hard part of the elbows facing you, not outwards. Wiggle around, get comfy. And then inhale, feel like you can stretch up and forward. The belly is fairly soft. And when you exhale, gently draw the belly up, round out your back and push it to the ceiling. Push down on your arms slightly so you can look down. And let's do that twice more. Inhale, forward cat, cat extend. Exhale, cat flex, flexing the spine. Let's do that once more. Inhale and exhale. Make sure your knees are wide apart. We're going to take the child with arms extended. So roll and rock your hips back between your feet as much as possible. Lengthen your arms and then softly lower yourself down to your mats. Good. Loosen your wrists. Keep the hands more or less where they are, quite wide. Okay, we're going to do some balance moves here called the Griffin and the Flying Griffin. To make it a little bit easier, walk your knees slightly closer together and your hands slightly further apart. Strong arms, balance on your hands and your left knee and slide your right foot back, tucking the toes underneath. Carefully, don't twist. Feeling very strong, elbows in, feeling like quite strong. See if you can firm up your right buttock to lift the right leg a little bit into the air. You can push back with the heel or the ball of the foot. Don't be too slack about it. And it can be low or high. Once you're ready, you're going to do the flying griffin by walking your left hand forward, palm down, sideways or up, and then see if you can lift your left arm a little bit or a lot. Look down so you get length through the body, and take another breath. Good. Lower your left hand down and just bring your right knee to your chest just to stretch out the back, and then straight away to the other side. Griffin. Flying griffin. Like a cat tuck, just to release. And then open the knees, sit back in your child, any version you like, arms forward, under your face, etc. Position, reposition your hands, middle finger forward, elbows coming in, not out. Then lean forward until you feel pressure through your arms. So you're really strengthening. Your upper back is stretching, your chest is stretching, strengthening, your arms are strengthening, and your tummy muscles are working. We have what we call a half plank. So from your knees to your shoulders, you're in a sort of a leaning line. Then slowly take the pressure off. Relax back in the child. If you need to turn your palms up, do so. We're going to do that many times with different variations. Let's do it again. Half plank, maybe tucking your toes underneath, pushing down through your arms, strengthening and stretching your upper back. Relax the toes and sit back. Next time we're going to do one knee off the floor as well. So come forward, reposition your hands, elbows in. This time, tuck your toes and lift one knee into the air. Push down through your arms. See if you can lift the other knee off as well, just a little bit. Relax and swap legs. Very good. Relax, sit back, wiggle out the wrists. Next time, if possible, we're going to try and lift both knees up, keep the weight forward and tighten the body. Okay, leaning forward in half plank, tuck your toes, activate your cores, lift your knees in the air, and you're like a leaning plank. From here, we're going to do a variation called forearm plank. It's probably a bit easier for some people. So lower the knees, relax the toes, and walk your forearms forward quite far, lowering yourself to the mat. Roll out your hips. Reposition your arms so they're close to you. If you want, you can even hold the front of your mats with your hands. Then tuck your toes underneath, round out your upper back, activate your core and lift your hips into the air. If you can, lift one knee or both knees and you're straight as a plank. Hold this as long as you can without straining. Then lower the knees, and you can practice that at home a lot. Roll out your hips. Let's rest in preparation for the next section in the crocodile. Hands one above the other, elbows out, legs relaxed or twisted out, and forehead or chin on your hands. Now in this position, you can breathe and practice your breathing and work your hips or lengthen your spine again, and it's also a rest position. From the crocodile, we're going to do the Cobra, just an easy one to begin with. So hands down on either side of your shoulders, fingers facing forward. Elbows are up in the air but not out, they're sort of a little bit in again. Press from your waist and legs down to the floor, tailbone floor, and then peel your head and upper chest like you're creeping forward like a snake. Then to check that you're not artificially using your hands, keep your elbows in and see if you can lift your hands into the air. Very strengthening for the upper body and the back. Let's do that once or twice more. So we're going to inhale on the way up, lifting our hands as a little check, and then exhale, chin in, head down. Once more. Inhale up, and exhale down. Roll out your hips, relax your hands by the side, twist your head and neck to one side so you're resting on your cheek, just softening. We've got one more movement to go lying in this position, and it's called a half locust. So for this, just see if you can bring your arms forward, and we're going to be lifting our right arm and our left leg, and then vice versa. If you find that very difficult, you can just take your hands down and just lift your legs on their own. Okay. So head down and begin. Stretch your limbs, lift your right arm and your left leg and your head and chest a little bit. Don't extend too much to the throat. You want to be lifting and lengthening. And then lower down, relax, and we're going to do the other side. Lengthen, lift. Inhale, exhale, hold, or just keep flowing up and down. And let's do that once more to each side. Things to watch out is that you don't roll your hip out to the side, you don't push up or hunch. When you finish, hands down by the side and turn the head to the side opposite to before. Roll out your hips, loosen up, relax. In a second, we're going to come up to the cat by the push-up technique. So hands like the Cobra. Push your hands down, lift your chest. Walk your knees forward and your hands back and take a gentle cat tuck. Take one or two cats. Just release the spine, activate the core again. Then sit back if you want in the baby or supported child. Bring your knees together. We're going to come up to standing. So when you're ready, tuck your toes underneath, one leg forward, and either one hand on the floor, both hands on your knees. Lean forward enough for the back toes to push down, lift that knee up, and keep hopping the foot forward until you're ready to rise up. So that's just a more elegant way of coming up to standing. Stand with your feet comfortably apart. Okay, now you can stand very easily and comfortably in Tadasana, the mountain position, with your feet comfortably apart underneath your hips. Aim them to be reasonably parallel, not too twisted in, not too twisted out. Take the weight evenly around your feet. Push down slightly through your heels and lift the top of the head up. So you can feel that your spine, just like when you're lying on the floor, is kind of like naturally curvy, loose and long like a string of pearls. You're grounded through your feet. We're going to add in some arm work now with some visualization. So turn your palms out. Imagine circling your arms around you like a ball of energy going around you. Take your arms up, maybe touch the palms together. Inhale. Turn the hands out. Brush your fingertips on that imaginary ball inside, like you're standing inside a ball of energy. And again. Inhale, float the arms up around you like a soft ball of energy. Exhale, float the arms down. Let's close the eyes and do two more with eyes closed so we can kind of visualize or feel the rise and fall of energy through the body. When you finish, keep the eyes closed and pause, visualizing the ball of energy around you and you're standing yourself in it. Then visualize the ball of energy being absorbed into your body. So it's energizing your skin, your flesh, organs, even deep into your bones. So your skeleton is strong but effortless. To finish this, we're going to take the heart breath. So breathe in through the nose, then open the mouth and breathe out the small heart. Let's do that once more. Looking downwards, blink the eyes open. Then once again loosen your shoulders, your neck, and scan through your body. Shake out your legs and bring them a little bit closer together. We're going to do extended mountains, standing on our toes or on our flat feet. So bring your feet a bit close together. Interlace your fingers, bring them up and stretch the arms forward. Slowly see how much you can lift your arms. A little bit bent, a little bit straight, depending on your own flexibility and posture. Looking forward or down on the floor, the eyes open, slowly make your way up to your toes. We're going to stay here just for a very short while. So make sure that your weight is on the balls of your feet. You are calm, you have a calm center. And then when you're ready, lower your heels down, relax the arms down any way you like, but still feel tall and elegant. Good. Finish there, loosen the neck and shoulders. Our next move is going to be a little bit of thigh strengthening and tummy strengthening called the sitting in a chair. So feet hip width apart and parallel again. Hands to your thighs or hips. And turn sideways. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, bend the knees a little bit. Then activate your core and move your bottoms back. So the weight's moving back more towards your heels. If you have got strong legs, you can sink down. The bottom's going back and down. Keep the core a little bit active. The second level is raising the arms just a little bit. So just gently stretch them forward. Feel like your upper back is not collapsing either. So you've got your curves there and sort of leaning forward a little bit. Strong and straight spine. If you're very strong, you can sink a touch lower and raise your arms a little bit higher without hunching or lowering the head. Let's stay here for another breath, grounding through your feet. And then to come out of it, just rise up, extend up, inhale, and then exhale, relax the arms down. Loosen the neck, shoulders. Shake out your legs gently, loosening up the joints. Pause. So our next exercise is going to be touching our toes. We're going to do it by that chair technique. So, once again, come into your chair. Actually, stretch your arms up first so you lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, come into your chair, and then bring your hands to your thighs and try and bring your chest between your hands. So you're in quite a deep squat, bottoms back and down. Slide your hands to your toes. Loosen up the back and neck. Then walk the fingers forward, press them down. Lift your bottoms up. Close your anal sphincter a little bit so you can take the weight a little bit more on your fingertips and the front of your feet. Walk your hands back towards your toes if you're feeling more flexible, making sure your knees are bent enough for your own flexibility. To come out of it, let's reverse. Bend the legs, hands to your thighs, lift the chest, pause for a few seconds to get the blood back to the face if you don't feel too faint. And then slowly extend the arms and spine, lengthen up. Inhale, exhale, relax the arms down. Feel length through the spine. And then loosen up, shake out the arms and legs. We've got the next movement, it's quite famous, it's called Virabhadrasana 1, so Hero Warrior 1 or Heroine Warrior 1. This is, I'm going to take you into a lunge, stepping backwards, but quite a wide lunge, so it's not going to be a narrow lunge, it's going to be quite wide. Just come into a fairly wide-ish, easy chair position to start with. Then shift the weight to your left leg, loosen your right foot a little bit, lean down more so you can step back, about 2/3 back or 1/3 back, and then lower your right heel on a bit of an angle. Turn forward, in other words, forward where your left leg is. You can straighten up just to check that your hips have turned a bit forward and to the left. Then open your feet and thighs, strengthen to your thighs. Keep your right leg straight and your buttock a little bit firm, and bend your left knee, opening your thighs. We're going to take 2 different flowing arm patterns. So, first arm pattern, palms up. Inhale, don't move the legs, just float your arms up and stretch up. Exhale, flip your hands down and press them down. Activate your core, round out your upper back and look down. Relax immediately, and let's do that twice more. Inhale up, exhale down. Back to central, once more. Pause. Float both arms up, keep them up, or if you can, palm press, just for another breath. Then relax the arms down anywhere you like. Return to the chair, so lean forward, adjust your back foot, keep your core active, step to the chair, then rise up, shake out your arms and legs. Okay, we're going to do it on the other side with different arms now. So, same direction, come into your little mini chair, activate your core. Shift the weight to your right leg, lift your left heel, keeping yourself a little bit strong. Shoot your left leg back, out a bit further, lower the heel. Turn forward, maybe straighten the legs so you can check the hips. Ground through your left foot and heel, and gently bend the right knee, making sure that it doesn't go too far forward, just about over the middle of the foot. Open your thighs and take the hands into a sort of a W shape to the sides. Inhale, open the arms a little bit, opening wide from your lower ribs. Exhale, bring your elbows together if you can, so that you're stretching your upper back, activating your core. Again, twice more. Inhale, and exhale. I'm going to do that once more. Relax the arms down, and again, this time raise them up from the side, then turn the palms to face each other. Lovely, nice shoulder alignments. Your arms are dropping down to your shoulders, not lifted up. Or you can bring your palms together for another breath. And finish there. We're going to step forward to the chair. So, loosen your left foot as you lean forward a bit. Get your core things happening. Step to your chair and carefully rise up. Rub out your legs or knees, or roll out your shoulders or thighs, or whatever needs to be done. Pause and breathe. In fact, we're going to take one energy ball just to bring us back into center. So feet a little bit apart, visualize your ball of energy, and begin your energy ball. Gathering energy, replenishing yourself, or visualizing replenishing yourself. Finish there, open the eyes, loosen up. We've got 2 more movements to go, and they're both balance moves. So the first one's pretty easy because we don't actually lift the feet off the floor. You imagine you're standing on a tightrope. One foot exactly in front of the other, heel touching toe. So the feet aren't twisted out or anything like that. Straight forward, get your balance walking on your tightrope, ground down through your feet. Slightly feel like your hips are turning inwards, the energy is rising up to your lower ribs, so you take your arms out, either holding a stick or juggling 2 balls, or just a little bit firm. Let's take 1 or 2 more breaths here. So you feel grounding down through your feet, your head lifting up, and you're opening wide. The breath is calm. It's quite hard to do this with eyes closed, so we keep our eyes open. When you finish this breath, relax the arms down and simply swap the feet over for the other side. Tightrope walking without walking. So get your legs and your feet facing forward. Get your core things happening and your energy gently flowing around you and then outwards. So you feel like you're taking yourself wide as well. Or you could think that you're balancing a bowl of fruits on your head. When you finish this breath, relax the hands down. Release the legs, shake them out, and that's a really good one to practice. So we come to our last one, which is Hero Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. And that's like somewhat similar to the balance work we did in the Flying Griffin. I'm going to turn this way to show you. Feet fairly close together, come into a mini chair. Get your balance on your left leg and tap your right toes back, very small. Pushing the heel gently back so the right leg straightens as much as possible. Hips facing forward or down. Stretch the arms back to get your spine very long and elegant. Keeping your core active. Bend forward over your front knee, keeping your spine straight. When you tip yourself forward far enough, you'll be able to lift the back right leg into the air. You don't have to take it out to the side. You can either stretch to the foot or the heel. You can lean forward a little bit more. If you want, you can even take your arms a bit to the side, or one arm forward, one arm back. Let's take one more breath. And then you're ready to come out of it. Reverse. Lower the right foot down, then step in, loosen up. Now stand facing this way for the other side. Pause, center. Then begin. Mini chair, left foot back, push back, firm up your left buttock, arms to the back. Ready? Begin. So when you're ready, come out of it, step back. Just give your back a rub or your front a rub, or just stand quietly and we'll take one energy ball. Good. We're going to, before we come down onto the floor again, we're just going to release the lower back. So take a gentle leg bend and keeping the legs facing forward, swing your arms. Tap your hips or your tummy, and then from your waist and above, see if you can turn a few times from side to side. There's a very gentle twist through the lower back. You can turn your head with you or just look forwards. Breath is calm as usual. Good. Slow down. This is called swinging arms. So make your way down to your mats. We're going to lie down upon our backs. So, when you're ready, lower yourself down, relax. Again, just take a couple of breaths to establish your spine and calm. We're going to hug our knees to our chest again, so right knee to chest. Join it with the left knee. Do your little squeezies or rocks or circles. Pop your feet back on the floor for a twist. We're going to have our feet really close to each other, hands to the sides or underneath our backs or underneath our heads. Take your right leg now and drape it completely over your left leg, and your choice to either gently twist out your lower back and hips, going from side to side, or you can take both legs over slowly to your right and turn your head to look to the other side or the ceiling. When you're ready, we're going to do the other side. So if you're going from side to side, just continue doing that. Otherwise, exchange legs. Check if you're the same on this side. So just do a few warm-ups. And if everything's all right, you can take both legs over to your left and turn and look to your right or up at the ceiling. Very good. I'm going to finish with one more movement before we do our breathing. So stretch out your legs. Walk your feet reasonably apart, heels close to your bottoms. They don't have to be close to each other. You're going to be balancing on your feet and shoulders, so make sure your shoulders don't hunch up. Arms down by your sides, or stretched back, or a little bit to the side. Or if you've got long arms, you can even hold your ankles, whatever's comfortable. Turn your head forward or down and make sure that you don't take it all over the place. Okay. When you're ready, roll your hips forward. Slightly press your feet down to lift your hips into the air, and then keep lifting them up and take your spine away from the floor as much as possible. Once you've lifted and you're like a slant board, you can decide whether you want to inch down and come up again if it feels nice to stretch and work the spine, or you can just take your arms down, holding your legs or clasping your hands to lift your hips more, chin down. To come out of it, release your arms, roll down your back slowly, stretch out your legs, and then hug your knees to your chest. And to turn the spine the opposite way, you can lift your head between your knees. And slowly stretch out your legs, give them a shake. Flip them apart, hands down by your sides, palms facing the ceiling. We're going to do breathing and a short relaxation. If your lower back is still upset, squeeze your buttocks together, or even bend up your legs this way, or flat on the floor, or even just lie on your side. Okay, whatever's easy for you. I'm going to sit up. You're going to remain lying down, if possible, and close your eyes. Settle the body and become aware of the breath. So the breathing practice for today is soft and gentle, in and out through the nose, breathing in to a count of 4 and breathing out to a count of 6. So you're breathing in to 4 and breathing out to 6. If this is too much, you can drop it back to 2 to 3 or make it easier. The breathing should be very calm without jerking or pulling. Continue. When you have completed this breath or the next breath, return to normal breathing. Let go all breathing practices and let the body be by itself. Let it settle. We're going to take a short journey through the body now. As I go through each part and name the different parts of the body, you can mentally brush them with prana or life stream, or see a little ball of energy traveling around the body with you, curiously looking here and there. Wherever prana goes, it's quite healing. So feel that attitude as we go through. You are completely soft. Take your awareness now from the whole body, specifically to your toes, all of your 10 toes. Then into the soles of the feet and the ankles, deep into the ankles. Flowing up your legs to your calves and shins, and deep into your knees. Flowing into your thighs, the middle of your thighs, all around your thighs, back, sides and front, and deep into your hip joints. So the imagination here is that both legs are so soft that they could melt into the floor. You take your awareness to soften and release your buttocks, then the whole back, the lower back, the middle back, between your shoulder blades, the upper back, and even the back of the neck. So the whole spine is so soft, you feel that the whole back could melt into the floor. Then you bring your awareness to your abdomen. Organs are settling. Then you relax the navel and waist area, and then the chest, the lower ribs, all the rib cage, opening your compassionate heart center and relaxing the upper chest, even the front of your throat. So your whole front body is so soft, it could sink and melt down into the back body. You take your awareness to your arms, so relaxing your shoulders, the upper arms to your elbows, the forearms to the wrists, the palms, fingertips, thumb tips. Imagining both arms are so soft they can melt into the floor. Then you take your awareness to your shoulders and releasing all around your neck, back, sides, front, and deep into your throat, all the way to the jaw. So the jawline, the lips, mouth, teeth parted, cheeks are soft, even the ears are soft, the temples loose, the eyes sinking, inward looking, opening up the third eye, spreading the forehead. Then the whole scalp is soft, relaxed, all the way to the top of the head. The whole body is relaxed. Relax the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Very good. Slowly and gently, let go those interior practices. It's time to gently return. So dissolve everything. Become aware you are on the floor, you are here, you are breathing. Make it a bit of a deeper breath. Maybe you open the mouth and take the half breath. Then loosen up your extremities, your fingers, twitch here, or wrists, toes, ankles. Start moving and stretching, waking up, stretching your arms, face. It's very nice at this stage to hug your knees to your chest gently in this quiet, calm way. It takes the stretch out of the lower back if you've been lying a bit awkwardly. If you don't need to stretch and twist, turn onto one side and rest softly before coming up to sitting. Think, oh, you feel so wonderful. Yoga is flowing through you. You are yoga. So you make your way up to sitting, and you can either stretch your legs forward, halfway bent, or cross-legged sit. Take a moment to pause and reflect on how you feel now compared to when you started the class. Give thanks. All is well. Circle the energy around yourself, hands up. Hands to the heart center, inner smile glowing on the face. Thank you very much. Namaste.